It's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. Feels like I'm only one screaming the good cause here. I'm the only fella in this. Look, I've got a live visibility restriction thing now. I don't even know I'm saying anything bad. I'm just encouraging your lads to change their ways. Encouraging the men that are still stuck like that to change their ways so our kids don't end up in them jails. Don't end up in them police stations. Don't end up with them wounds. Don't end up with that trauma. Don't end up with them addictions. Don't end up with a mother whose heart has been ripped out of her chest for the last 20 years. Why? Because her son f***ed up on drugs and hasn't come back. I feel like crying sometimes, mate. It's on us lads, mate. We didn't know we were fucking up. We was encouraged to fuck up. We were schooled to fuck up. The community was pushed towards us, so we fucked up. Why are we? I'm not allowing it. You can do what the fuck you want. You can keep your mouth shut. You don't have to put your life at risk. You don't have to sacrifice everything you've ever fucking dreamed of to fucking get your point across. I'll do that by myself. I've got the balls that's big enough to stand in the city of Liverpool and scream at the rats that's ruining our youth. I don't give a shit. You don't have to do it like me. You don't have to stand on the pedestal and make an impact. You can just make your fucking impact without creating enemies. I'm taking the enemies on. You just don't have to. You just got to do your little bit. Persuade the fucking youth. Doesn't matter if they're not listening. Always say it. Even if it's falling on deaf ears, have your shout to these youth. Encourage them to say no to drugs. Encourage your kids to say no to drugs, because drugs is what's ruining most of your kids right now. Your gas, your ket, your cannabis, all these so-called fezzy drugs is what's ruining your fucking children. Trust me on it. Educate your fucking youth, your neighbours, your cousins, your siblings, your aunties, even the lads and the fucking girls in your family that are smoking pot in the christening, smoking pot in the kids' party, smoking pot while the kids are upstairs on the computer there downstairs blazing. This is not good for your fucking kids. It's touch and go whether they're going to end up on serious harder drugs, and you know what the consequences of your kid ending up on hard drugs is, don't you? You know what's going to fucking happen if your beautiful 14-year-old girl takes a line of cocaine at 15 after fucking school on a Friday. You know what's going to happen. Why? Just look at fucking round yourself, mate. Look at all the old coke sniffers. What are they? Fucked up crackheads. If they're not fucked up crackheads, they've had to go for the rest of their life into recovery. You don't just have a drug when you're 15 and get an addiction when you're 15 and it disappears when you're 24 or it disappears when you're 30. It's with you for the fucking rest of your life. And when you grow old enough and strong enough to combat the addiction, you're in recovery. It's still a battle for the rest of your fucking life. It's an horrendous battle. And guess what they've all got in common? They took a drug when they were younger and they had an addictive trait within them and they're fucked off it now. If you're gonna develop a fucking addiction, develop it to sugar. If you want an addiction, go and get addicted to fucking sugar. Every human being can be addicted to something. It just depends what you take first. If you take sugar from an early age, you will get addicted to sugar. As your kid is growing up through them early years, he will have an addiction to sugar. His body will crave sugar. He will have withdrawal symptoms from sugar. But your son will be 16, 17. Now he's developed another addiction, cannabis. Now what's happening with this cannabis, it's not overruling his first addiction of sugar. It's adding to it. So when your kid matures later on and he wants to start getting away from his addiction, it's easy for him to get rid of the cocaine addiction. It's easy for him to get rid of the weed addiction. Why? Because his first ever addiction was fucking sugar. And what's he craving for now? He's not craving for cocaine. He's not craving for weed. He's craving for sugar. And he can meet his addiction needs by eating a spoonful of fucking sugar. Your kids growing up in life, right? They're going to develop an addiction. What one do you want them to fucking have? I'm saying sugar. I'd rather have my kids addicted to fucking sugar than anything else. And if the first addiction your kids established, that's the overruling, the overpowering addiction in all of them. All of them. So if your kid's got an addiction to sugar at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and she starts smoking at 12, now she's got a nicotine addiction. When she wants to snap that nicotine addiction in half, she can. Why? Because she can go to a craving of sugar to combat the nicotine addiction. Anyway, that's just my theory, okay? That's just my theory. If your kid's going through life and he doesn't develop an addiction for sugar or whatever kids normally get addicted to, if he's going through life and he smokes a cigarette for the first time, that's his addiction. Nicotine. That's his first powerful addiction. It doesn't matter what comes after it. He can conquer all them. He will never conquer the addiction, the nicotine. Never. No matter what he tries or does, he'll always relapse back to the nicotine. I'll make him say an interesting theory. Trust me, lad. I'm telling you, mate. Yes, Nicky. Well, don't trust me. Just understand the angle I'm coming from. You know. You was a kid once. You know. Don't you? We all know. We've been there. I was addicted to sugar. When I was a kid, I was just a sugar monster. Sugar monster. And I'm still that today, to be honest. I still love sugar. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's even like when weed, you know, you can establish weed habits. I can break weed habits like this. Like, I can stop smoking weed. And the only cravings I'll be getting is sugar. So I'll eat chocolate. Honestly, I'll eat loads of chocolate. But I'm not smoking weed. Do you get what I'm saying to you? Now your kids can do exactly the fucking same. You've got the governments knowing what they're doing. They know exactly what the fuck they're doing when they're telling you to not let your kids eat sugar. They know. They've worked that out. When kids are eating sugar at a fucking early age, it's harder for them to be addicted to other fucking shit. And they know that. The government know that. That's why they're encouraging you to tell your kids not to eat sugar no more. All of a sudden, sugar's bad for you. Fuck off. If it weren't for sugar, I wouldn't be who I am. We used to live on sugar water, sugar butties. You're telling me fucking sugar's bad for you? It's not. Sugar cane is fucking vital for you, actually. Yes, Tony. So that the theory I've established is if your kids are going to become addicted to something, make a sugar. Trust me. And it doesn't mean your kid's going to be this obese thing because he's addicted to sugar. Sugar doesn't make you obese. Ignore that bullshit. The sugar you're referring to is not sugar. The sugar that makes you obese is empty calories, like your Coca-Cola, your energy drinks, all your drinks that fizz up to fuck, just sugar. Fat building sugars. Normal sugar, you won't get fat off that shite. You won't go too far on it. Even when they say, oh, you get too much blood pressure, even that's a bullshit. Why? Because your blood pressure's only really start going off the barn. It's due to the fats. Yeah, if you put sugar in your bloodstream, it'll speed it up. Or it can slow it down. But the thing that thickens your blood and fucks your blood up is the fats and the cholesterol and all the other shite that surrounds your food, not the sugar. It's the butters and the oils and shit like that. So look, you've got natural sugars and then you've got sweeteners, haven't you? And it's the sweeteners that make you fucking fat. Yes, Miss Evans. You've got loads of natural things. Changeling. You've got loads of natural things. So look, anything with ose at the end is sugar. Glucose, sugar. Fructose, it's sugar from fruit. Sucralose, another form of sugar. So these are all sugars. But then you've got sweeteners. And it's the sweeteners that are bad. And you get people who are going on diets thinking, oh, I'm cutting the sugar out, I'm going on sweeteners. It's the shit in sweeteners that generate peptides that build fat. In my theory. So look, when you're eating natural sugar, it'll go in your body, it'll have a natural way of breaking down, and because it's all natural in it, it'll probably break other stuff down with it and make it remove from your body, give you little things here. Sweeteners, the man-made, and within them is the chemicals. So if you put a sweetener in you, it's not like sugar, it's not naturally getting absorbed. It's got a little thing it's got to do to be absorbed into your body because it's not natural. What it does is it'll act like a tendon. So sugar won't act like it's got claws on, but a sweetener will. So a sweetener will go in and go, tendon, latch onto there, and have like a line. But on that line, you'll have shit building on top of the line. And if you keep on taking sweeteners, it'll have a line. Before you know, you've got something that replicates a web. So now all the fat droplets and all this sticking on these lines. And if you keep on having sweeteners, layer, fat, all getting stuck. Whereas the sugar will just clean that right through. Sweeteners won't, it'll cling on and make like fucking things for other shit to cling on, and that shit that's clinging on is now becoming a layer of shit, and then over the years you're fucked because you've got layers of this shit that's built up on the sweeteners. It's called hidden sugars, says TC, whatever it's called. Sugar's good for you. The artificial shit's not. Simple as that, basically. Natural sugar cane is good for you. The closer the product to the natural, the better. It's like we get white sugar. And I've had white sugar all my life. From a kid, sugar spoons of it. But we didn't know it's bleached. So when you go into your shop and you buy a bag of sugar, and it's white sugar, that sugar is being bleached white. It should be brown. But they bleach it because the public, it's easier on the eye for the public. You understand what I'm saying? Now, although that's natural, the way it's been chemically changed means it's not natural. So it's bound to have an effect on your body, isn't it? Whereas if it would have had natural brown sugar cane from the early age, then it would have had a massive different effect on me. Yes, Jane, but the white sugar is dyed. They bleach it white. It's like your white bread. There's certain loaves of bread out there that all they do is dye the brown bread into white. Fact, straight up, mate. A lot of white bread's dyed white. But anyway, let's get back to what I was saying. Don't be scared of letting your kids have some natural sugar. It's better than the unnatural sugar. Why? Because the unnatural sugar is going to make them obese. Listen, the unnatural sugars will make your children obese. The natural sugars will go through the system and won't make them obese. Fact. Look, a bottle of water with 10 tablespoons of sugar in, stirred up like that and drinking, is 100 times better for your kid than any energy drink will ever be. Fact. Why? Because in the sugar water, you're using sugar as the energy source. In an energy drink, where you normally get sugar would normally kick in for energy. So we're normally, years and years and years ago, when you're hearing energy drinks, it'll be sugar drink, basically. Now energy drinks are caffeine drinks. Not even sugar no more. They'll fill it up with sweeteners and caffeine. You won't get no natural sugar in them. Even some of them energy drinks, lad, it's like they've got different ones, haven't they? It's like they've got energy drinks that make you obese and energy drinks that make you thin. I think it goes by the level of chemicals that's in the drink, innit? So, for example, look, if you want to get big, you'll eat 5,000 calories. If you want to stay small, you'll eat 2,000 calories. Standard, right? With these drinks, let's say there's 450 milligrams of caffeine in it. And because there's 450 milligrams of caffeine in it, it'll keep your body weight low. But if there's 850 milligrams of caffeine in it, it'll make you go obese. So if you've got someone that's drinking one Red Bull, he'll probably lose weight off drinking that. But if you've got someone that's drinking fucking 10 or 12, well, it's guaranteed he's going to put weight on, innit? Lucozade has 40 mils of caffeine. Well, let's see how much. Because I've got a Lucozade here. Now, Lucozade is glucose, depending on what Lucozade. If it's a Lucozade original, it should just have glucose in it. You know, if it's a Lucozade energy drink, well, then it's different. It's like so this is a Lucozade energy with glucose. So yeah, there's the ingredients. So when you're reading the ingredients, right, people, where it says ingredients, whatever comes next, that's the largest percentage is that. So if you've got ingredients and then it says potassium, and then 5% this, 5%, now it means potassium is the biggest ingredient in the thing you've got. So on this one, it's carbonated water. Carbonated water. Then the next one is glucose syrup. Then the next one is orange juice from concentrate. That's just shit. Then you've got acid. Then you've got sodium. Then you've got potassium. Then you've got sweeteners, sucralose, aspartate. This is all shit sugar, this. Stabilizers, achier gum, caffeine, Antioxidants. It doesn't tell you exactly how much caffeine it's got in it. So this drink here contains 8.1 grams of glucose. 8 grams of glucose, 250ml serving. So in this alone, there's 16 grams of glucose. But glucose is a sugar. It's not a caffeine. It's got caffeine in there, like. Didn't know that. Didn't know it had caffeine in there. Always thought it was just sugar. I'll probably stop drinking them Lucozades now. Because it's got caffeine in. Caffeine's like one of the biggest poisons to come out in the millennium, isn't it? And everyone thinks it's good for them. Everyone's drinking caffeine like it's alcohol. Aren't they? Thinking it's fucking good for them, but it's fucking very, very bad for them. Yes, Robbie, watch for that aspartame, mate. I'm on it all, lad. There's fuck all else for me to do in prison, mate. But to study that shite. So that's all I've done. Anatomy and physiology, basically. One's the functions of the body, and one's the movements of the body. So anatomy is the functions, and physiology is the movements. And when you're on that journey of health and fitness, and you're doing it properly, you end up going into all aspects of health and fitness, like diets, supplements, nutrients, minerals, enzymes, capillaries of blood, capillaries, all this mad shit. And because I had 12 years to focus on that shit, I know an awful lot of that shit. Yes, Jojo, you good, mate? Samantha, water is the best. Clean water. Even the water we've been getting for years is shit water. Compared to the water what exists in this world, why the fuck we're drinking sewer water, I'll never know. Honest, these bottled waters is dirty water. Fluoride in it though, yeah, but there's plenty, look. I used to have it with these Pakistan kids years ago. And although their family lived here, they still had like elders, you know, seniors living in Pakistan. And this one kid always used to tell me and speak about this place. It's either in Pakistan or close to Pakistan. And what he was telling me was this, and I believed him, you know. I believed in what he was saying. And what he was saying to me was the water extends your life. And he was saying, without you understanding it, there's a lot of shit going on over this water supply. It's meant to be the cleanest water supply on the fucking planet. And it's in Pakistan somewhere or close by. Honest. He reckons, he goes over there to get on the water for a month. Honest to God. And this isn't bullshit, you know. This isn't bullshit, lad. Let me just try and find it. I need to see what I need to be doing in a minute. I need to go and get this laptop fixed and that. there no Pakistani kids in here? Sarah's saying in the mountains. It's somewhere. I'll try and Google search it now. Oh yeah, look, it's got something here. How suspending Indus Waters Treaty will hurt Pakistan. So it might be the Indus Water. No, it can't be the Indus Water. It might be though. What is the Sindhu water mean? Where does Pakistan water come from? Why is Indus River so important? What is the name of the water between? So what am I on about then? Zamzam water. Let's have a look. I think that's what it is, lad. Zamzam water. I think this is what it's going to be now. Let's see. It's what it is, Zamzam water, I can remember. But does it originate from Pakistan? Yeah, this is it, look. This is what I'm on about. Yeah, so listen. The story of Zamzam water begins with Prophet Abraham. You see, it's all about Palestine again, isn't it? In places like this, Abraham's like the prophet for them, isn't he? The story of Zamzam water begins with Prophet Abraham leaving his wife Hajar and infant son Ismail in the barren desert. So Ismail, so it was Abraham. So, the way you've got Prophet Muhammad and you'll have loads of Muslims looking up to, well, the Palestinian people had their prophet, who was Abraham, and went on to be his son Ismail. Following a divine command when their water supply ran out, Hajar frantically ran between the hills of Safa and Marwa 7 times in search of water. During a desperate search, Angel Gabriel, appeared striking the ground with his wing or heel, causing a miraculous spring of sweet water to gush forth. This is what I'm on about. Hajar gathered the water, named it Zamzam, and a community grew around this blessed source, making it a sacred site that has never run dry. So it's still there now, and they all get the water off it. Zamzam water. Yeah. Zamzam well. In Islamic narrations, the well is a miraculously generated source of water. And apparently it makes you live longer. Yeah, so look. Divine command and departure. According to Islamic tradition, God commanded Prophet Abraham to leave his wife Hajar and their son Ismail in a desolated desert. They trusted in God's plan and accepted the command. Desperate search for water. After their limited food and water supplies ran out, Hajar became desperate to find water for her crying son. In her anguish, she ran between the hills of Safa and Marwa 7 times. The miracle of the well. During her search, an angel identified as Jibril appeared. He struck the ground, causing a spring of water to emerge at the spot where Ismail was. The naming of Zamzam. Hajar rushed to the emerging water, trying to contain it by building a basin around it. She called out Zamzam, Zamzam, meaning stop, stop, to prevent the water from spreading and potentially running out. A sacred landmark. The well became a blessing for Hajar and Ismail, and its water provided a source of life in the arid land. Over time, travellers discovered the well. A community formed, and it evolved into the sacred Zamzam well, a revered site in Mecca. What's Mecca? Mecca. Just spelled with an A. Mecca. So there you go, people. The Zamzam water. Yeah, I've got a story in the Bible about it. And see what this is. Didn't know it was in the Bible. I've only heard this from Pakistani lads. Have Pakistani lads got their own water thing? The Zamzam water story isn't a distinct story in the Bible, but the biblical account in Genesis 21:14-20 is interpreted by some as describing the origin of the Zamzam well. This narrative tells how Abraham's wife Hagar and their son Ishmael were sent into the wilderness without water, and after God heard their cries, an angel opened Hagar's eyes to a well of water, saving their lives. While a well location is identified as a holy site in Islam, the Bible simply describes a miracle of a well appearing to Hagar and Ishmael in the wilderness. Well, Muslims own that shit, don't they? That's why they've got more of a fucking... more information surrounding it, isn't it? Why is Zamzam water important to Muslims? Zamzam water holds a unique place in the hearts of millions of Muslims around the world. This sacred water drawn from Zamzam well in Mecca has been revered for centuries as a source of spiritual, physical and emotional healing. Yeah, so that's what I'm on about. So these kids who have mixed with in my past, they haven't seen them for like 2 years or something now. Why? Because my head fell off and I just ended up fucking going to fuck, didn't I? Got targeted. The same rats that you've seen coming in the last, they came at me, just fucking wobbled me. But everyone who had spoke to, who was bigging this water up, they were even going to bring my son back. Then again, they've had some on them. The kid has crates of it, I think, if I can remember correctly. And I've went, wow, what the fuck's that? I've never tasted water like Zamzam Pakistani water, though. Makes you live longer. You won't get that over here. Thinking, fucking hell, how lucky he is. But they believe it's a good source of spiritual, physical and emotional healing. And I've always thought about that water as being that. I've always thought of this well in Pakistan where the water makes you live longer. That's what I've always thought. I still think that now. I still think that water does miraculous things for people. What is the purest water in the world? So we've got very unpure water. No wonder we're not pure as fuck. So look, there isn't a single undisputed purest water in the world, as different sources claim this title for various reasons. Some consider Zamzam water from Saudi Arabia to be the purest of religious reasons, while other natural sources include the untouched waters found in parts of Chile. Untouched waters in Chile? That Chile's something going on with that country, you know, that Chile. And the aquifer in Ontario, Canada. In terms of human-made water, ultra-pure water in labs filtered extensively can achieve very high purity levels but lacks the minerals that make natural water palatable. Yeah, so let's just say Zamzam takes it, doesn't it? Zamzam is the most purest water in the world. Drinking water. Bathing water. Zamzam. Well, good. I need to try and get my hands on some Zamzam. I need to do a month on Zamzam. Why clear all the shit out of this water off out of me, won't it? This water's not clean. If you can get your hands on Zamzam water, you're fucking flying, mate. Honestly, you'll smash it. If people knew the benefits, like I did, of Zamzam water, and you were able to get sources of it, you know, the genuine product, you'd fucking kill it. You'd kill it. Water's going to be the next commodity. Water's going to be worth more than oil in the next 20 years. Trust me. Try and make yourself a spring. Make your kids into billionaires overnight. You can see them all battling for it now, can't you? Pouring it into bottles, charging your water through the tap, dirty in the seawater, dirty in the canal water. That'll all be so you can sell your drinking water. So like when you go to Spain and places like that now, you can't drink out the tap, can you? You've got to buy your water, haven't you? You can have a shower in it and all that, but you can't drink it. That's one good thing they're doing it, isn't it? Dirty all the water. Dirty the water, right? Put the heat on full blast and then supply clean water in bottles. You're going to smash it. Anyway, people, hope you're good. Amazon sell it. I'll look into it, mate. On TikTok shops, Amazon water. Well, now I know it exists. Just got to make sure it's genuine, haven't you? You know, it might come from a Zamzam factory. Yeah, it's from a Zamzam factory. Yeah, is it from the Zamzam fucking well? I can't see there being millions of bottles of water around coming from that well, can you? Think about it. If you've got a well, you're not getting millions and millions of bottles of water from it a day, are you? Let's have it right. So you've probably got a dirty Zamzam and then you've got a proper Zamzam. The dirty Zamzam will be cheap, the proper one will be expensive. So you know when you're in Saudi Arabia, are you just drinking Zamzam water? Must be fucking healthy as fuck over there, mustn't they? If they're just drinking that Zamzam. Yeah. We're just in one of the shittest parts of the world when it comes to like fruit and veg. Just keeping themselves to themselves, getting through the fucking life without getting fucking harmed, basically.
Rafi, can I just take you back to something you said earlier?
Ria saying, yeah, paramilitary is where I am.
Synagogue.
That's what I mean, your communities are awash with paramilitaries, you don't even understand it, do you? Liverpool's awash with them. There's more paramilitaries in Liverpool than what there is in Ireland, probably. Especially from the British side.
No apologies. I've seen footage of the gate being open.
Loads of British ones over here.
I know you attempted to round the gate. The vehicle, you can see quite clearly in the footage.
Honest.
Outside the gate.
You see when they're you know when they're invading Afghanistan and they're invading like Sudan and all these gaps and that, and you've got the resistance and then you've got the traitors who will help the invaders against the resistance, just like Afghanistan traitors. Well, some call them traitors, some call them not. Whatever your angle is, I don't care. The point I'm making is the people that helped the system in Afghanistan was given permission to remain in the UK, like you're hearing now. You know when the troubles went on in Ireland, and they've gone in and you've had these big troubles, and now they've established the UK version of Ireland. The people from there that helped do that have had safe passage into this country since then. Do you understand what I mean? Consistency is key, says Breezy.
I mean, Yom Kippur is a solemn day. It's a day.
It's not, you know.
Everybody fasts the 25 hours.
Rest is more important than consistency, mate.
Jewish people come to synagogue for
What do you mean?
Longer, some shorter.
Consistency in what?
My wife said to me before Rosh Hashanah, which is the other major Jewish New Year holiday.
If you put your thing, well, you're just saying consistency is key. Yeah, you're right, lads.
This year,
consistency is one element, one aspect of a massive fucking lot. You need more than just consistency. But if you're prioritising consistency more than anything, the way you've been living your life consistent on everything, well then you'd end up being consistent on everything. And it's not good for you. Depends what consistent is, doesn't it? So if you're a pothead, are you consistently smoking weed and having that mindset of consistently doing things to an extreme level? It's going to make you consistently use that substance a lot more, isn't it? Do you understand the angle I'm coming at? Happy-go-lucky saying only smoke at night. Is that what your neighbours are kicking off for? Blazing? Why tree saying pattern? What pattern, lad?
Let's return to our correspondent Katie Barnfield, who joins us now live from the scene. Katie, there's been a development in the last few minutes. Just tell us what you've heard.
Well, yes, I mean, as we've been hearing, the police shot the attacker and they were not able to confirm that he had died because of suspicious.
He looks Muslim by the images. Got a baldy head and a beard. Heavy set kid. To be honest, he looks Palestinian. I know that sounds far-fetched, but the image I've seen and the people I've seen, you've got to understand the bloodline. It's proper distinct, the bloodline of these Palestinians, you know. You can see it in the features, like I was saying earlier on. The more powerful the bloodline, the more prominent the features. Straight up, that's what he looks like. But as I say, I'm just speculating. And I suppose speculating at this moment in time is wrong, isn't it? But it is what it is. To me, the image I've seen of this dude, he's heavy set, he's got a baldy head, he's got a beard. He looks like he's Pakistani or he's Asian of some race. What do you call Palestinians? Pakistanis? No, they're not, are they? And this is another fuck up for all us over this side of the water, isn't it? We haven't got a clue really, have we? But what I'm saying is, the people from Palestine that I know, like are from Palestine, you've got this image. It'll come out anyway. But he looks like he's a Palestinian Muslim. But looks can be deceiving, can't they? But I'm sticking with that there. What I've just said there. Have you seen the image of him? Seen the image of him? I'm surrounded by people from, not surrounded by them, but Birmingham is full of like people from all over the world. And Birmingham has got like, I don't know how big the community is of Palestinians, but it's quite big, you know. Well, I don't know. I'm guessing it is. There's a lot of support in Birmingham for Palestine and the people of Palestine. And I wouldn't say it's because they're Muslim, although you've got strong support because it's a Muslim place. You know, I believe the majority of support's coming from bloodlines. So it's just horrendous what's going on. But what are they meant to do? Think about what I'm saying there, people. What are they meant to do? Look what the world's just done to Palestine, and now look what they're doing. They're telling the Palestinians, Tony Blair's running this place, Donald Trump is, and Netanyahu's going to conduct proceedings. No one can say anything. No one's allowed to do shit. And that's it. And what, everyone's meant to just live with it? Unfortunately, you've got, as I say earlier on, you've got men, you've got women, whose mums and dads have been obliterated by this shit. Speaking to them one day, next day not, gone. No goodbyes, no nothing. Images. Think about it, like, you know, the men, they've got to take the stand, they've got to start fucking, they've got to around the world. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. Imagine if it was happening to Ireland. It'll be going off around the world. Round the fucking world, mate. Round the world, it'll go off overnight.
What are your thoughts when you heard about this attack on this synagogue? What went through your mind?
Distress, shock, but ultimately not surprise, I'm afraid, because if you have looked at the explosion of anti-Semitism that's taken place in...
Calling it anti-Semitism, they're fucking off the balance.
You listen to Jewish communities and those who are charged with trying to keep them safe. All of them have expected this day to come and are reeling from this, but are now, I think, looking to their political leaders, not simply to stand in solidarity with them, necessary and welcome though that is, but actually to look at what it is that has caused and at times enabled this...
Tony Blair, someone's questioning, yeah? He's running it. He's the head of the consortium that's going to regenerate Gaza and Palestine. Do you not know?
Vicious deaths have occurred.
The Blair Foundation.
You know, of course, what motivated this attack. The fact that it was...
Go and look at his funders.
Does rather speak volumes.
Go and look who backs him, mate.
If this is...
He's controlling the Labour Party right now from behind the scenes, Tony Blair.
As a society...
Starmer is Tony Blair.
This kind of hatred.
Yes, that's right.
Straight up, lad. As if you don't know that. How fucking daft can you speak, mate? This is what I'm saying, mate.
Overwhelming coincidence.
This is what I'm on about. He's behind Digital Light 2. He's behind everything in there, in Liverpool. He's the head of the WF now.
Given the fact that this is Yom Kippur,
He's the main man in the WF, him, that's Tony Blair. Or the WHO or something, whatever it's called. Both of them, probably. I know he's just gained the highest seat in one of them organisations about 4 months ago. That other fella's gone, what's his name, Fauci or something, Fauci or something, little horrible looking fella. Blair has a lot to answer to, fucking damn right. Iraq, how's everyone forgiving him? Disappeared all of a sudden when Labour have got half the foot halfway. He's appeared again with Mandelson's been sacked because he's a wrong one. Tony Blair's still there. Do you understand what he's done to this country? Do you understand what he's done to Iraq? Do you understand how many terror attacks was that happened on this land because of his decision? You know what he said years later? Oh, I'm sorry. 4 years ago. And it weren't sincere. Didn't give a shit. He's still doing the same now. Yes, Lauren. It's the way it is, mate. It's fucking horrible, isn't it? I believe, look, you see years ago, you had the Labour Party. And the Labour Party was like more national than what it is today. And around that party, you had another group of politicians, John Hamilton, Tony Blair, all these little creatures. They come in like decades, but it's the same firm. And they call them the Liverpool militant. left wing.
I would say in our defence that the reason that Israel has received a great deal of coverage on Sky
And I believe that's what you're seeing
the
now.
last few months is because of the situation.
Left wing,
And it's a situation
militant Liverpool Labour politicians running the show.
many people care about, and we are as journalists.
That's what Tony Blair is. Tony Blair's a Scouser. Well, he's married to a Scouser.
No, I understand that.
And if you go and look at the history,
Gaza is.
if you go back to the 80s,
and gets national
late 70s, when this was all kicking in, this left pool Liverpool, that's how long they've been going. You see your Jeremy Corbyn and that. That's the same sort of militant Labour group there from back in the day. Let me just fucking get it back up for you so I can give you the proper what I'm on about.
The ongoing persecution of Uyghur Muslims in China
And none of you's aware of it.
does not. Now, I won't
Because that's what's being controlling the city of Liverpool. And that's who's controlling the Labour Party right now, to be honest with you.
Sudan and Darfur, really extensive.
Yeah, let me show you.
anything like, I'm afraid, the same level of depth. Now, I understand that actually you are part of a product of political focus in this country where Parliament has.
So, have you heard of a Scouser called Derek Hatton?
Many multiples of times more than.
Have you heard of a Scouser called Derek Hatton?
You know, the conflicts. But I'm afraid
Well, he's the leader.
well down, and I'm not uniquely blaming Sky News. It's
Yeah, let me read into it.
the fact that I think
What was the militant tendency in Liverpool? Yeah, look.
legitimacy and its actions are questioned.
Militant policies dominated Liverpool City Council between 1983 and 1987, and the council organised mass opposition to government cuts to the rate support grant. 47 councillors were banned and surcharged.
Now, because it does have
You know, out of them 47 councils that were banned,
in which Jews
they're all working again.
in this country, and it is part of the growing hate.
Some have gone, but some are working again
Intolerance and
in the same fields. The ban must have been up.
Are you concerned on the run-up to the anniversary
Let's go a little bit deeper, isn't it?
events of October the 7th that the situation could get worse?
Yeah, I am, of course. So, I mean, this is what many onlookers and most importantly members of the Jewish community.
So this is what it says.
Massacre by Hamas took place on a Jewish.
The Liverpool City Council adopted policies largely inspired by those elected councillors who were members of a left-wing group known as the Militant Tendency through much of the 1980s, and was subsequently taken to court by the government of Margaret Thatcher.
The only incident that we see, but I mean,
In 1982, Liverpool District Labour Party adopted militant policies for the city. It adopted the slogan, "Better to break the law than break the poor," which had been the slogan of the popular council in the East End of London in 1919, 1920, so it's a London thing, and was to appear on the Liverpool City Council's banner in 1984.
Jewish people and others.
The Labour Party said cuts to the rate support grant for the city were unfair, and argued that £30 million had been stolen from Liverpool by Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher's government.
Can you tell us more about
Prominent Liverpool militant supporters Derek Hatton and Tony Mulhern argued the minority Labour Council of 1980 should have attempted to set an illegal deficit budget, spending money on the needs of the people of Liverpool, even if it exceeded the council's income, and it should demand that central government return to the stolen money to balance the books. Heavy. Yeah, Thatcher stopped the milk, didn't she? But also give your mum the right to buy a house. So you know when you, I think it was then, you know when you had your nan and all that and they're living in the council house, and then all of a sudden they were able to buy it dead cheap. Loads of your nans now and your mas are in houses that they were able to buy off the council because of that law that got brought in. It's gone now. Well, it's still there, isn't it? Right to buy. I believe you've got to be living in the council house for so long to have the right to buy it or something. In May 1983, in the face of sustained negative local and national press coverage, the newly militant-led Labour Party gained 12 seats in the local elections and took control of the council from 1979 to 1983. I think they've been in power since, haven't they? In Liverpool. Locked Liverpool off, didn't they? I'm only 5 at this point, mate. Tory Liberal coalition now committed to an ambitious regeneration strategy, whilst refusing to make any above inflation rent and rate rises. Its new seats included the Tory leader of the council. The new leader of the council, John Hamilton, was not a militant member. So John Hamilton is putting him across like he were a member of the militant left. Yeah, look. Labour's local election votes in Liverpool increased by 40% and 22,000 extra votes. In Broad Green, Labour's votes increased by 50%. And a month later, in June 1983 general election, militant supporter Terry Fields, standing on a slogan of "a workers' MP on a workers' wage," won the seat for Labour. The BBC had classed the seat as a marginal Tory seat in 1979. Militant reported that it was the only Tory seat that was won by Labour. But let's get into the nitty-gritty of it. It's alright telling us this.
At this period of time, volunteers as well who were
Oh yeah, look at it.
Standfest, who talked about this being something that they are.
Well, this is new, isn't it?
We've heard Jewish communities having to prepare for this kind of.
Under pressure from the black organisations to appoint a principal race relations advisor to work to combat racial discrimination in the city, the council appointed Sam Bond to the position of PRRA on the 9th of October 1994. Bond, a black Londoner. Why would you employ a black fucking Londoner in Liverpool though? That's Labour for you, isn't it? That's just fucking Labour for you, isn't it? Call themselves people of the streets, so they fuck. Might have used to be, mate. They're all too rich now to be like us. Bond, the black Londoner who had previously worked as a building surveyor and who had ideological ties to militants, that's why, was controversial, and his appointment sparked a backlash from the Black Caucus successor to the LA Defence Committee. A group of 12 black community leaders who sat on the council's Race Relations Liaison Committee the day after Bond's appointment. The Black Caucus occupied the council buildings in protest. Who are the Black Caucus? Must have been a firm from Toxteth or something, wasn't it? Like a resistance group of some sort. Because they've done a sit-out over the... So you've got these people from here, black men, doing a sit-in because these people have hired this black lad from London. You've got Scousers doing a sit-in. So he fucking should, isn't it? Leaders who sat on the council race relations the day after Bond's appointment, forcing Deputy Leader Derek Hatton to agree to re-advertise the post. After militants re-engaged on this promise, the Black Caucus, alongside Bond's trade union, the National and Local Government Office Association, launched a campaign against Bond, boycotting his race relations unit. Bond retained his position until he was forced to resign following the 47 militant affiliated council surcharge in 1987. Militant disagreed with the Black Caucus analysis of how to tackle Liverpool's racism. The Black Caucus advocated anti-racist education and positive action policies, which would encourage more black people from Liverpool 8 to attain jobs throughout the city. They condemned the colour-blind ideologies of local politicians, whether based on socialist, liberal or conservative principles, which led to a refusal to adopt positive action measures. They claimed where necessary, militant believed that while black people face discrimination, and double oppression. Capitalism was the root of this capitalism was the root of this inequity, and that working class unity should be prioritised to overturn the system. Well, good on yous, mate, the Black Caucus fucking movement. Where are yous, mate? So in the 80s, look what they're saying. Capitalism. Who was bringing capitalism in? The militant left Labour. Who's in power now? Strong as fuck. The militant left Labour. They've destroyed the original Labour Party. You've witnessed that over the last few years. Sacked, demoted, gone. You've seen it, haven't you? A legal budget. On the 14th of June 1985, Liverpool City Council passed an illegal budget in which spending exceeded income, demanding the deficit be made up by the government. As because this is when we had our own banks. We had our own banks in the city of Liverpool at this time, our own currency. So they deliberately fucked it, haven't they, on purpose in the early 80s when this shit started. Don't forget, in the early 80s, that's when the immigration started. It's all kicking in round about now, innit? Like the immigration that weren't good started then, weren't it? Well, then again, the immigration back then was good, weren't it? Well, so we thought. So we thought. For years and years, decades, we thought that, didn't we? Until all this scandal came out about these young girls up and down the country. Let's get another angle from another news station. So on the 14th of June 1985, Liverpool City Council passed an illegal budget in which spending exceeded income, demanding the deficit be made up by the government. As bankruptcy loomed and plans of all-out strike action were finally discussed, they were narrowly lost, and not all unions balloted their members. Liverpool councillors were advised in late August 1985 by the district auditor that the council was about to break its legal obligation and would not be able to pay wages to its staff by December of that year. In September 1985, rather than face immediate confrontation with the law, the Labour group on the council decided on the tactic of issuing 90-day notices to the 30,000 strong workforce to gain leeway to campaign more vigorously. 30,000? Did they just sack them? Did Labour just sack them? Let's look. A covering letter dated 19 September 1985 sent to council employees with the redundancy notice, signed by council leader John Hamilton and his deputy Derek Hatton. He's still about, that Derek Hatton, you know. He's still in the lobbies and that, that Derek Hatton. Might even be an MP still. Derek Hatton explains, obviously the steps we have had to take will cause concern and worry. However, this course of action provides the only way of providing wages and salaries until 18th of December 1985, weeks before Christmas. Other steps would certainly result in the immediate cessation of payments and the cutting of services. Furthermore, this course of action gives the government 3 months to negotiate with Labour representatives a just settlement to our financial crisis. If the government recognises its responsibility, then all notices will be withdrawn. So we are now. You've got disciplinary action against that militant group. Yes, Tom. Labour militants still existing now. They're at work now. That's who's in charge of the Labour now. Labour's not what it used to be, people. You've got these from the 80s, and Tony Blair was the fucking man for them. And still is now. He's at the top now. It took him 25 years to get there, and he's there now. In the background, pulling the strings. Anyway, the NEC subsequently suspended Liverpool District Labour Party in November, so the Labour Party got suspended in 1985. When did they come back? And began an inquiry into the council's conduct. A minority were opposed. Dennis Skinner, then an NEC member, thought, I remember him from Birkenhead, didn't he? He's dead in now, but he was he was one. I remember him years ago on PMQs. Always used to get barred, didn't he? When I was in jail, I used to watch PMQs. And that Derek Skinner was a Birkenhead politician, and he was cheeky with them all the time, whatever. Dennis Skinner, then an NAC member, thought it was a division from the Tories and the class enemy. They are going to spend a lot of time examining their own navel, he said. Peter Kilfoyle, another Scouser, was appointed as an organiser with a specific remit to remove militant supporters from the Labour Party. So they were trying to remove these militant left Labour politicians from the party. Terry Fields increased his majority in 1987, and Labour did particularly well in Liverpool, leading Militant to deny Neil Kinnock's claim that its policies were unstoppable. Militant's General Secretary, Peter Tafe. Who's all these people? Anyway, let's get away from it. Let me just find this. Expulsion from the Labour Party. When Eric Heffer died, Leslie Mahmood, a broad left councillor and a member of Militant, stood for the Labour nomination. Peter Kilfoyle, who had been a Labour Party organiser in the city since 1985, gained a nomination by a narrow margin. He had been involved in removing militant influence from the Labour Party. Now, Kilfoyle was involved in all mad shit with Warren and other corrupt police officers back in the day. Thingy Davis.
Nigel, thank you so much.
What was that copper's name? With Warren and all, with the Gladiator. Well, he was in mixed of all that. This Peter Kilfoyle. How are you, Julie? Who had been a Labour Party organiser by a narrow margin, had been involved in removing militant influence from the Labour Party. Mahmood stood as a Walton Real Labour candidate in the subsequent by-election, gaining 65% of the vote. That's who's running the Labour Party now, the militant left. And you can see it, can't you? You know, all this push towards like mad stuff for your kids. He had something on him. Yes, the pink creams, guys, go. Definitely had something strapped around them, lad. See it on the image. So I've been looking into these.
In Manchester, I find it hard to. I mean, people are stood there frozen. Some of them clearly not knowing what to do, but others not following police instructions there. Because you're in a state of shock, I've been in those situations where it's like... Okay.
Mahmood's daughter is in there. Is that who it is? Is that the one who's just took over the justice? Is that woman's daughter, is it? There you go. The militant left, lad. Leslie Mahmood. Who's Leslie Mahmood?
Who told them that he saw two people being arrested on that road. He said he didn't know the men or which house they were linked to. He said he'd come home after his wife had called him this morning.
Guess what they were called? Revolutionary Communal Party
6 or 7 police.
in 1944.
So, hearing from that source,
1944.
that 2 people have been arrested on White House Avenue, which is just a few minutes walk away from the police cordon, around 2 minutes from
I'll get rid for this, but Margaret Thatcher was best Prime Minister. I've always voted Conservative.
having shown that footage there, Tom and Dawn, that was really
Well, she was the first woman, weren't she?
from gathering that this police cordon shocked and horrified.
I think.
at the news that
I think she was the first woman politician, weren't she, Margaret Thatcher?
fighting for their lives in hospital, and
Or was
this
she?
is something that we've seen before in Manchester, we've seen before in the Northwest, and we've seen attacks like this, but we've also seen the communities coming together. Earlier I had the opportunity
2 dead.
to the MP for Bury South, for this particular community, Christian Wing.
2 men being led away in handcuffs close to the synagogue.
Community have woken up to the news today. I mean, you
Four.
see and hear.
They could have been led away because they had video footage and they were refusing to give the video footage over. Anything like that. You can't just jump to conclusions.
You know, I'm friends with myself, so actually waking up and seeing it. I mean, what words to justice? I think the community will
Yeah, she was.
be in a state.
So. How are you, Maisie?
Just like everyone, you know, will be waiting for answers, and whether that's what has truly happened or are my loved ones safe.
At the end of the day, regardless of religion, there's people died on a holy day. So it's fucking wrong, isn't it?
All their relatives or you know,
It's all fucking wrong. How the fuck are you meant to establish unity like this?
you know, if it's
How big is the Jewish community in this country? You hardly fucking hear of them, do you?
I've already spoken to the intelligence.
They're just quiet, aren't they?
To ascertain what's going on.
Let's have it right, the Jewish community in this country are not really
Already,
dead loud and nasty, are they?
insurance that actually this has been done.
Let's have it right, mate.
Of government
You never heard of them, do you?
to make sure that my constituents, my friends,
You got Kev saying the Sikhs are the best.
take this big kind of a
We're the fucking best, mate.
After October 7th, yeah, I would stand by them.
We're the fucking best, lads.
Right with them. And I'll do that again today.
How are you too?
But I think I've remembered
Liverpool 24, Lowe's by Chilwell.
So the answers to the questions that we're seeking, and mainly just trying to read.
Just like they'll say there's no one better than us.
You know, that I know
We say the same, mate.
but nothing but respect.
There's no one better than us, mate.
The police and the emergency services.
Who's us? All of us.
To CSD, so community
All of us.
services, to their job.
That's the beauty with our communities
They are,
and their communities.
I don't feel like
Why their communities are full Sikh,
obviously
their communities are full Pakistani,
those who have suffered, those who,
full Nigerian.
because it's family.
Our communities are full fucking Welsh, full Scottish, full Irish, aren't we? Sikhs, Muslims, Jewish, black kids, white kids, Asian kids, all in the same fucking cooking pot, aren't we?
Yeah, we are going to look out for them, and
Who's better off?
whatever we can do, we will do.
Well, we can bring you some
There's a reason why all them need to look in our community for decent women, and we don't need to look into their community. We've got most of their decent people in our community. Haven't we? It's great, isn't it? Imagine having like a universal community. It'd be boss, wouldn't it? Well, it is boss, isn't it? It's entirely up to you what community you want to be a part of. What community are you a part of? Do you feel like you're not part of a community? Why do you feel like that? Tap into the universal community, lad. Put a smile on your face. Doesn't matter. Some point today, you'll smile.
For being there for us, for bringing us that sad news there that 2 members of the public have been confirmed dead now, and perhaps the more reassuring news that the perpetrator has too.
Because there was some doubt about
The way they isolate us from them all the time. 2 members of the public.
approaching the body. I mean, if you are
Alright, well if we're not members of the fucking public, what are we members of?
Heaton Park Congressional Synagogue.
Members of the Sikh community.
Round by a black Kia car.
They're horrible, aren't they, media? Great people, Sikhs, I fucking know they are, mate. I've been housed by a wife of a Sikh, and they were decent, mate. Just like just like the Muslim community, the Sikh community have fucking got their hands in all sorts. So in Birmingham, the Sikh community basically have got locked up the LPG fuel places. You know LPG gases. Just get them things in your car, fill them, run your car on it, can't you? LPG gas. They've got all them. Should see some of the temples as well in Birmingham.
And those arrests were just round the corner, just a couple of streets away from where
They're still never ever better than the church.
covering this story. We have Sophie in Manchester.
Not in a divisional type way, I'm just saying, if you look at the temples and look at the mosques, the amount of detail you get on churches, they've got no chance if it came to architecture design. Get what I'm saying? Do you understand what I mean? Three confirmed dead now. 3 dead. Including the attacker.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite clearly a terrorist attack. It's
So 2 civilians and a terrorist.
Nothing more than raw ethnic hatred, and we don't know the identity of the person.
2 dead, 3 in a critical condition.
Photographs,
It's fucking horrible. This Manchester again as well.
veracity of those pictures.
How the fuck are Manchester meant to get over previous incidents when
Very surprised.
they're just getting over it? Like, when's the anniversary of that fucking Alia Grande thing?
About Islamism in the United Kingdom.
It was around these type of months, wasn't it?
That this is Islamist, but as you say, the hallmarks.
That's what I'm saying,
I've
man.
seen attacks like this
Fuck,
beforehand.
innit?
Stabbings, car rammings, and especially
7 to the 10th.
Jewish people.
Is it?
What
Homemade.
does this say about the country?
Yeah, I mean, the country is in a pretty shocking state, and this
It's just shit.
is me because I was actually
Now you're going to have the Jewish community petrified,
decades ago,
aren't you?
and I'm very well.
You're going to have them hiding behind, they won't come out as much. I never see any of them anyway, to be honest, unless they go on Pershore Road.
Ideologies and ethnic rivalries.
As I say, I used to live on Pershore Road, and
campus, I was outside the Students' Union
so you've got Pershore Road,
organisation,
and then you've got
outside of the union.
like loads of houses, and then you've got another road at the top. They all lead into town, but one can lead you towards Sturchley, and one can lead you towards Selly. The top one, I think it's Birchfield Road, might be. Birchfield Road and Pershore Road. We're right in the middle of there. On that Pershore Road, you've got like a Russian ballet academy. Big, massive, white Russian ballet academy.
Very similar stories. I mean, a friend of mine, her granddaughter is fine.
But as you go further along, you've got this proper
On the way to
tight.
the grandmother, obviously.
You do a left into the street,
The government does seem to be
and you can just tell.
this behaviour towards Jewish people.
You can just tell straight away this street's not like every other street. The buildings are square, the more architecture's gone into the thought. The car parks are more secure. You can just tell there's a lot of money being spent on this square. This section here has had a lot more money pumped in than anywhere else on the fucking road. Yes, Declan. And I got put on it. And I got put on it as well. Got put on as well. I'd already went, what fuck, who the fuck, what's all this about? And then a year later, sort of cut through with some Muslim kid, and he said, this is all Jewish. I believe there's a big community then, because there's loads of synagogues in Birmingham, you know. You wouldn't think so, would you? You know, with the media, the way the media fucking push it out there, you wouldn't expect it, would you?
Because Denmark has had a very restrictionist and integrationist policy.
If there is this big division, you don't see it in Birmingham, you know. And it's probably because They've got their own communities. Get what I'm saying? If they was mixing, it'll probably be going off. And that's the government probably know that, wouldn't they? That's probably why they've done what they've done on purpose, you know. You know why we're screaming integration? And years ago when they were letting all these immigrants in, they should be screaming integration, shouldn't they? They should be saying you've got to learn English. The whole reason and not is because they're just sending them to the communities when they land. Where are you, Benghazi? Go get down there in Birmingham, this area. And just sending them in there so they're fitting right in then, aren't they? Language, mosque, the food they like, the culture they like. It's like from home to home, isn't it, for them? And that's why I think they've secularised the UK, haven't they? Because that's what we're living in, a secularised state. They just haven't told us yet. How are you Scottish, John? Just haven't told us yet, have they? But if you look at the country, it's what you're in. You know, you've got that community all building their infrastructure over there. You've got this one letting their infrastructure just rot to the fucking floor. You've got that one doing their own thing with their own celebrations and their own holidays. They're having their own holidays. We're having our own holidays. It's all secularised. You just don't understand it. Elaine saying postcode is everything. That's why they're removing them. That's why they're removing your identity, aren't they? That's what they're doing. A lot of young lads now, they identify themselves through the postcode. They never used to in Liverpool, until I started doing it. And I started this craze off then. So you know when you've got all these young lads and you're hearing L19, L20, L34, L fucking L this, L8, L8, no one was using that L shout. No one. No one at all. I started screaming L5. Liverpool 5, L5 alive. Before you know it, you had some kid screaming fucking L2. And then someone else going L8. And then fucking L7. And then before, now it's everywhere. You got L this, L that, L this, haven't you? But I started up here L5, not realising I instigated something like a postcode fucking madness going on up here, not realising it. Now if I would have been gangbanging, freestyling, screaming L5, then I would have set off a madness. But I weren't gangbanging when I'm screaming L5. That makes sense? Honest? You ask anyone. No one was screaming L anything before I started screaming L5 alive. Ignore these little weirdos. Look at the kip of them. Look at the state of you lads. Little cathead, you fuck mates. It's not only making you piss your pants, lads, it's making your fucking mind go. More details. Not new really. Oh, they've already located his address, they've gone through his door. So it's a fast moving investigation, this, people, it's gotta be. Why? In case there's more. In case there's more targets.
A lot of discussion in the wake of this attack, but as I say, we are learning more and more all the time. We can't yet be sure of the motivation, but I think we can all take an educated guess.
I just want to read this quote out from a regular worshipper at the Heaton Park Hebrew Congregation Synagogue, which is the scene of this terrorist attack. He says, "We have faced a tsunami of hatred since October 7. This has been a culmination of something the Jewish community has been fearing for 2 years." And that's Rafi Bloom, the co-chair of Northwest Friends of Israel, talking to say a regular worshipper at that synagogue is the scene of a horrific terrorist attack this morning.
Now, we have taken the editorial decision to show some of that attack at that synagogue, but we must give you a warning that this is distressing content. Some viewers will be distressed watching this. We have taken the most distressing elements out of this video, but here is a portion of the attack that unfolded at that synagogue in North Manchester earlier today.
How are you, Karen?